Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful people. I haven't been on in a while, but hey, it's a double snake month. It's a snake month and a snake year, and it starts today. Yes, let's see where I am in the Eastern Standard Time of the United States. It started around 2 p.m. Actually, it was at 13:57, I think, to be exact. But yes, what does a double snake what does a double snake mean? So I'll give a few minutes for people to come on, and I just hope you're doing wonderfully well in this tumultuous, chaotic time of ours that we are living through. It certainly is. Because I wanted to come on just to share with you just a few quick insights, because I won't have time to be doing my monthly workshop because I have two other master classes this week coming up. One on Wednesday, which is period 9, and that's about stepping into your personal wealth code and activating your personal wealth code. And then Thursday is the special 7-star robbery course. So I will be talking about that in a few minutes. But I wanted to first talk about the Bazi chart for this month and the double snake month. So I'm still trying to figure out how to share my screen while I am live talking to you, because either I share the screen or I share my face. Because sometimes when I've tried to do this, it says share screen. Okay, then I lose you. Also, let's see. So what I've done is I've posted the Bazi chart for the month, which starts today, and I posted that not only should be in the comment section of this live, but I've also posted on the page, so you could try and follow along with me there. I'm going to see if I can. Let me see if I can do something because of my phone. Maybe I'm live. I don't know if I can see if I can do something because of my phone. Well, there we go. I don't know if I can see if I can do something because of my phone. Well, there we go. I'm not sure if I can do this. I don't think I can while I'm on live. Anyways. Okay, I can't. I don't think I can do that. So just look at the Bazi chart. So I'll just tell you what it is. So it's the year of the wood snake. It is the month of the metal snake. It is the day of the wood dog, so young wood dog. And in the hour, it is the hour of the goat. Okay? So first of all, when we look at the chart, I wish I had the chart up because, well, you also can look at it on my page, because you'll see a round circle, and you'll see a round circle with colors that I also posted next to the Bazi chart. So just like you have a Bazi chart, the month has a Bazi chart, the year has a Bazi chart, which can give us some insights in what is in store for us this month. And I especially want to come and talk about the concerns for health and what we can see. Okay, so if you look at the chart, the first thing that when I looked at it that popped up is there is no water element. So when we're looking at a Bazi chart, we start with what's called the day master. So the day master, whether it's your personal chart, it's the month, it's the year's chart, it's in the heavenly stem of the day. Okay? So you can look at your personal day master, and this month it's Jia Young Wood. That's the personal day master for this month. Okay? And so Jia Young Wood, it's a tree. So it is sitting on the dog, and the dog, there's fire inside that dog, okay? Now, um, so when we're saying in the chart, there's no water. What does water mean to the day master? So this is something called 10 gods. So we look at the 10 gods. So the most crucial thing in a Bazi chart first is you find the day master. Then every other element in the chart is indicative of an influence in a person's chart based on what we call the 10 gods. 10 gods, 10 influences, 10 archetypes. So what does water mean to wood? Water is resource, okay? What does resource mean? Resources are resources that come to us. Resources is your home. Resources represents your mother. Resources represent your health. So there is technically, right? So there's no water in the air, okay? Excuse me one second. So no water. No water in the month. And there's also, so that's the resource element, that's the health element, okay? So what does mother represent? Mother represents, what does your mother do? Your mother loved you, your mother took care of you, she nurtured you, she supported you. In most charts, there are some charts where the mother was not there, but let's, just look at the overall metaphysical aspect or the metaphor of a mother. So it's the one that gives us love. We feel more nurtured. Now, as we look at the chart for this month, there's no mother. So basically, not much support. So we might feel we're more on our own. And it's like you might feel like, oh, I don't have a person to guide me, and I have to rely on my own resources. And also, just like this month, in the year over a Bazi chart, okay, there is no resource element in the year. And the resource element in the year is metal, because it's a Gui Mao day pillar, which is water rabbit. So there is no metal. Actually, there's maybe 2% actually metal. But however, because the fire is strong and the fire melts the metal's, again, virtually non-existent. So you're going to see a lot more health issues, more mental and emotional instability this year, and now even more so coming into this month. So that's the first thing. Okay, so there's no water. And then if you look at the predominant elements in the Bazi chart, we have a fire and earth are the two predominant elements in the chart. And there's also, we have something called combinations and clashes, and the snake in the month, I'm trying to do this without any chart or arrows or showing you, so, just bear with me. So we have the snake in the month, we have the goat in the hour, okay, and that pulls in the horse. And what is that? That becomes the season of fire. Oh, by the way, so fire is strong. So fire and earth are very strong, number one. Number two, today we go into the snake month, which is what we call the growing chi of fire. What is fire? Fire is passion, fire is joy, fire is fast, fire is about AI, fire is about technology, but fire is also about anxiety. Fire can also, if there's excess of fire, it can cause a lot of, from joy, the person can erupt into even hate and violence. Okay, so remember, it's yin and yang, there's always two sides to the coin. So the growing chi of fire this month, this year is the snake year, it's the growing chi of fire, and it's the second year of period 9. So we went in officially we went into period 9 on February 4th, 2024. However, we have, again, the chi started already being pulled in December 2019. It's interesting, it's called COVID-19, and then definitely 2020 in January when the whole world was affected. And even before that, in what they call the early heaven, it even started in 2017, but let's say 2019. So we've already started to feel this change going from mountain chi to fire chi. But now the fire's here, okay? The snake is pulling in that fire, and also with no water in. So there's the 5-element cycle, there's the production cycle, there's the control cycle, and there's the draining cycle. When we look at water, and then we look at fire and earth, because those are the two strongest elements in the chart for this month, what does earth do to water? Earth dams up water. Earth controls water. That's number one. Okay? What does water do to fire? Water controls fire. So basically, if there's no water, the earth and the fire is not controlled. It has nothing to do. So fire and earth are very strong. Okay? And also the day master, by the way, when you're determining whether it's weak or strong, generally it's extremely weak. And so, again, it's hard for it to be nourished, as again, there is no resource element. Okay, so I think we're going to be seeing a lot of health issues worldwide. Now, what does fire have to do? What are the organ systems associated with the fire element? It is the heart, the small intestine, the triple heater, and the heart governor. But let's just focus especially on the heart, small intestine, also the eyes, okay? However, the health of the eyes are more associated with liver, although Chinese metaphysics sometimes is different than and Bazi is different than traditional Chinese medicine. And here's a case, like they say eyes is fire. Okay, what I say is the Shen, or the spirit, okay, is associated with a fire element. So when you look at a person's eyes, you can see if their Shen or their spirit is strong, right? By the twinkling of the eyes, like their eyes talking like, they're alive, or it's like their eyes are glassed over, and it's like there is basically, like the person's not there. They say the Shen or the spirit has been harmed. So what are the possible health issues that we could see this month, which is why I wanted to come on, number one, and talk about this, is the heart is not, there's a saying, the heart is not in place. So you could see possible more insomnia. You could see the heartbeat and the heart pressure, the blood pressure rises. Inflammation can be more likely with excessive fire. So basically, this excess of the fire and earth, excess, is affecting the vascular and the digestive systems, because the fire also produces the earth. The earth has to do with your spleen, stomach, and pancreas, your digestive chi. So do take care of that. So basically, when the fire becomes raging and the ground is scorched. Now, if fire is a helpful, useful element to you, you will feel better. Okay, you'll start to feel like more joy, more passion, you'll feel more excitement. However, if with all this excessive fire, and the fire is not a useful god, it is not beneficial to you, you're probably going to feel more anxiety, you're going to feel more restlessness. Also, I think we'll probably see more heart palpitations, myocarditis, so definitely more heart attacks, I think, especially coming into this double snake month. Now, I hope you all can hear me, if anybody's on there. Also, I wanted to share with you there, it's very unusual, by the way. So not only do we have a double snake month, we will have a triple, quadruple snakes. Hold on, let me get the dates for that. Okay, so we're in the year of the snake, the month of the snake, and 4 snakes can only happen every 12 years in a snake year. So this month, right, on May 12th, you're going to see a snake day. So you're going to see a snake year, a snake month, a snake day, and guess what? In the snake hour, and that snake hour is between 9 to 11 a.m., that's 4 snakes. So the main chi of a snake is what we call Bing, yang fire. Okay, so what is yang fire? Yang fire is the sun. Again, it's about passion, it's about joy, but with so much fire, you have to really be careful. Okay, now June 5th also forms a triple snake day, and again at the hour 9 to 11 a.m. This is your local time, by the way. That will be 4 snakes. So the snake's main chi is yang fire, then yang earth, and yang metal. And you have to look at your day master, look at your Bazi chart, and what does that represent in your Bazi chart? What are the 10 gods? So if you're interested in a Bazi reading, you can go on my website or you can PM me, and I'm happy to help you navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead for all of us. Okay, now a few other things also with this chart. I wanted to mention this, which is also why I'm really focusing on my bringing in the health classes, the master class this week, why it's so important to be focusing on your personal wealth code. You all have a personal wealth code. So everyday master, right? I'm going to be going on Wednesday on the Period 9 Masterclass, activating your personal wealth code. First, we go through the 10-day masters and what is each of your 10-day masters' personal wealth code. And it's not just indirect or direct wealth, okay? So say for Jia Young Wood, what's Jia Young Wood is earth. Earth is direct or indirect wealth. What does that mean? It is also the animals. It's the timing, because it's also about timing. It's about your divine timing. Okay, when to act, when to retreat, when to move forward, when to sign that contract, when to take that action, and then when to go and study and to, just more go inward. So again, it's all about divine timing. Okay, so what else? So another thing that's in the Bazi chart that I don't have to show you, I'm sorry. So sorry for this. So remember I said you have the snake in the month and the goat in the hour that pulls in the horse. This is more of an advanced concept in Bazi. And when it's pulled in, right, that's the season of fire. Now, you look at the dog in the day, and then you have the horse pulled in, that pulls in the tiger. That's the 3 harmony trinity of fire, so that's more fire. Also, when you look at the dog and the goat, it's a penalty. It's like a punishment. So now, even though there's wealth in the chart, it's wrapped in a punishment or a penalty. So what I'm trying to say here is there will be economic worries, and you're certainly seeing that all over the world with the high inflation right now, which is again another reason that I'm doing this, because I think we are definitely going into, I think we're already in a recession, and I think we're going into the depression by the end of the year, the last quarter. Again, just look at the dollar. The dollar is losing its value. I've been talking about this now for about a year and a half, and how it's so important to focus on other sources of income, other sources of, whether it's, look at gold for an example. Look how much gold has gone up. Gold And silver, by the way, silver still hasn't gone up as much as gold, but silver I think is even more of a value than gold. Look at cryptocurrencies. Okay, Bitcoin is maintaining that in 90,000 range, and it has gone over 100,000. I believe it'll go over 100,000. It's probably soon, within another month or two. So again, this is about taking advantage. Okay, this is about robbing the chi, by the way. Okay, which is one of the themes of my 7-star robbery. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so another thing why this year is so crucial, because next year is the Crimson Horse, and then that's 2026. 2027 is the Fire Goat. When you go back in history and you go back through it's called the 60 Jazi, the 60 pillars. These 2 years are often the most volatile years, the most challenging years, the years where there has been most upheaval in history. When you look at, I don't have the years off the top of my head, where dynasties have fallen, where wars have started, and again, more of the economic worries will come. And another thing, next year, there's no wealth element. There is no wealth element at all. So again, there are charts. Some of the richest people don't have a wealth element, but again, it's having to really rely on our resources. Okay, what are the actions that you're going to take? So let's see. So again, this month, because there is no resource, you might feel unsupported financially. You might feel, do I have the resources for my future? Because I think this month could be a strong indication of what is happening in 2026, because by its pulling in the horse, if you look at how the interaction of the chart, by pulling in the horse, it is, remember, next year is the fire horse. Speaking about fire, period 9, it'll be the 3rd year of fire. It'll be the growing chi of fire. And not only, it's a fire horse, so it's a pure pillar of fire. Okay, so let's see what else. Again, so you might be thinking more and more, might be worrying more and more about the economic problems, feeling insecure about your economic future, whether it's real or not real. Okay, that's, I think, what the majority of the people will be feeling. Now, one other thing is you can be looking, I'll always look at the hexagrams for the month. The hexagram for this month is obstruction. And what is obstruction? Obstruction is you're obstructed by what you're doing, what you want to move forward. Things will stop you, things will come in your way. So think of it like the obstruction is stopping yourself from getting the rewards that exist. Don't let your mind punish you economically, because you could get into worry, you can get into more anxiety this month. Think outside the box, okay? That's what it's telling you. So remember, fire is passion, fire is happiness, fire is also spirituality. So it's that passion, that desire that brings us to a desire to do things, to step outside the box, to think outside the box. Don't let it control you, okay? Look for creative ways to get out of that situation. If you're feeling like lack of prosperity, lack of finances, again, this is what I'm doing these classes to help you and support you. And another thing, in the Bazi chart this month, when we're looking at the Day Master, what does fire represent? It is output. It is creativity. Okay? So I decide to do things differently. Better my financial health, better my physical health. Because I think we're all going to be concerned about our health. Oh, another thing was fascinating to me. If you look at, there's that symbol in health. It's where the double snakes, there's 2 snakes intertwined forget the name that it's called. It's like the double helix. It looks like your DNA. Actually, I'm going to be posting that on my page. Okay, so change your lack and prosperity mentality. I am a prosperous person. Okay, so whatever you want to create in the future, think it like it's happening right now. Bring it from the future into the now. Okay, so just wanted to mention now about the 7-star robbery. Oh my God, robbery! What is that? Why now? What is a 7-star robbery formula? So does it mean I'm going to be robbed? Does it mean somebody's going to, that I'm going to go rob somebody? No, it's about robbing the chi. It's about the portals that are opening now. And this year, I will be explaining in class why this year, above all these other years, are so crucial to do this now. And I purposely did the 7-star robbery this Thursday because the next activation will be on the full moon when there's all those snakes. there's the triple snake day and the snake hour. So not only I'm going to give you a whole PDF of all the activation dates, not just for the full moon, but for the rest of the year, why this is so crucial, why this is so important. Also, I want to make sure to give you enough time to get the resources that you'll need for this activation. And I'm going to explain the theory behind this. So this is an ancient method. This is a technique that was used by the ancients in the classics, and it's revered. It's a technique known for igniting prosperity that can not only ignite this generation, but 3 generations to come. Okay, so that's it's generational wealth. It's very, very important to create, not only wealth now, but for generations. Okay, so why is this important now? Why is this period, this 7-star robbery class now that I'm teaching? Because, as I said, the cosmic portals are opening in 2025. And I'll go through that. I'll explain why this particular mathematical formula, which, by the way, Tesla, back in the early 1900s, he discovered this magical mathematic formula. And it's amazing when you can connect it to the Lo Shu and to see the mathematical events happening now this year. So that's one of the other reasons that these portals are opening, and why it's so important to use a 7-star robbery formula now, and why I'm teaching this. Okay, so what else? So I'm going to be talking about the core principles of the 7-star robbery formula. I'm also going to be talking about how to macro and micro mapping. Okay, so you're going to learn how to apply the formula from the global Tai Chi all the way down to your home and your office. So another thing about period 9, because we're moved from the mountain chi to the fire chi, mountain was more about stability and staying in one place. So fire chi is fast, it's active, it's volatile, and it's about movement. So it's about wherever you go, how do you rob the chi? Okay? All right. Let's see. So again, exclusive feng shui formulas. You're going to be getting 2 PDF files along with the course and the slides. And remember, timing is everything. So this cosmic alignment in period 9 is the optimal moment to deploy this formula for maximum impact. Again, it's about the timing is so crucial, because it's kind of like what seals that formula to be activated and to happen. So that's a few things I wanted to share with you. So do take care of your health, take care of your heart, take care of your eyes, take care of your shen, take care of your spirit, okay, because it can easily get activated this month. And remember, as I always say, love each other, take care of each other, and support each other wherever you are. Community is needed more than ever. So much love, and I do hope you join me, and of course I'll put the links below in the comment section. Also, by the way, I am offering, if you take part 1 for the period 9 Activating Your Wealth Masterclass on Wednesday, and you take part 2, that's the 7-star robbery, then you get a special discount. Thanks so much, and much love.